Alrighty, now assuming your measurements and shims and everything line up properly and correctly, you should wind up with something like this. Next step, we have everything lined up into place in our 2x6s, just leaving it sticking out a couple of inches so we can actually glue it and then put everything in together the way it goes. Everything wound up nice with a nice little round over, good little gap in between everything. Very solid and not overly heavy. So you can see this progress, and I'll show you more next time. A little bit of wood glue into the back of each of our dovetail grooves, brushing it out smooth a bit just so it doesn't glob and get ran out of it. You want the glue to stay in your grooves as much as possible, not just get pushed out when you knock them together. We're going to flip this and put some glue in the extending grooves on the 2x6 as well. Then we're going to stand it up, knock the 2x6 into place, and let it sit for 24 hours to cure. So we're showing this step here, and more to come in the next video. This part, all the glue is done in all of the grooves. Stand it up. You want a beater block with a decently smooth finish, unless you don't mind tearing up your material. And just knock it down all the way through. Try and go evenly. And you're just looking for getting it smooth with the edge of your length pieces here, if they were all cut right.
They are. They're all cut at exactly what we need.
Yep, they're cut at exactly 40 inches. So now it's just lining up your material. Once you get it even, lay it back on your sawhorses, let it sit 24 hours, and it should be ready to go. Okay, back again with another update on the bed box. I decided to abandon the small finger grooves, the small dado joints, in favor of going with 12-inch long sections. That is the back piece that the bed itself is going to hinge onto right here in the back. We also had some bad experience and bad luck with the 54-inch long drill bit I bought. It is too flexible and does not stay straight enough. So instead we decided to make a little clamp-on jig right here that we can just run our router through with a 3/8 straight bit, make a channel, and we're going to lay the 3/8 dados, or dials, sorry, right into place here. Lock the two pieces together and then glue in some 3/8 wedges behind it to keep it in place. Too much of a fight with the drill bit, would have been too weak with the little 1/2-inch to 2-inch tongue and grooves here, the dados we wanted to do. So again, we decided on the 12-inch, and I'll give you another update when we have it fitted. Alright, next quick little update. This right here is the front, back, and both ends of the box that we have dovetail, tongue and grooved and glued together, and they're setting clamped. We left them overnight just so they could dry together. Here next, I'm going to be putting some dovetail grooves into the insides of the front and back, and some dovetail tongues right on the end of the sideboards. That way they will lock together into the box, and then we will be ready for assembly. Getting close. Alright, next update. We've got the framework of the box put together here. We did the same thing with the dovetail, tongue and groove, straight down at each corner here. I just wanted the sides pulled back in a bit more, just to leave the front extra over keep everything more easily lined up and actually hit on more of the support parts underneath. Right here you can see after we slid the dovetails in and glued them, we also drilled a hole for a dowel rod, glued and drove those in. 2 at each corner for each of the 2x6s we put together here. And now we're going to let that dry. We also have our shim piece made to seal the hinge behind the dowel after that gets put into place with the lid, hopefully tomorrow. So y'all have fun, and I'll show you the next update soon. Hopefully it will all be together. Alrighty, another update showing that we're finally getting closer to the end here. Here is the bed slash sofa box set together and almost done with construction, almost ready to start oiling. As you can see in the channels down the back, I laid the dowel sticks down in the grooves, had my 3/8 wedge pieces cut for the rest of the grooves behind it. I glued and hammered them into place. Now we will give those 24 hours to cure, and we will cut and sand all of the excess off to get ready to start oiling for the final step. So thank y'all. Have the wedge pieces cut down, sanded down, and ready to go. And on the other side here, I decided to cut a handle hole in so you can easily get your hand in here to lift the lid. But this is the way it works. Full wooden hinge, no metal at all wood. Ready to be used as a bed, sofa, and storage box. And hopefully tomorrow we can start the tung oil on it. Show y'all another update soon when we get it going. Alright, we've got our first application of the tung tree oil going on here. And it is absolutely beautiful. I love the look it's already giving the wood. Starting to wet everything up, bring the grain out, let you see all of the details in it. And I don't know how well you can see in the video, but in the first spots we've done, it's already soaking very well into the wood. So that means more oil is going to continue going onto it until it stops soaking in all the way. Then we're going to let it sit, let it start seeping, and wipe off the excess oil. So, hopefully another good video coming soon. Alrighty, here we are on day 4 of the oiling. I've given 3 previous good heavy coats to it. As you can see on the front of the box, when she gets around to it, the oil lightens the wood, brightens it up, gives it a decent little wet look, but you really have to start getting into several heavy coats before you start getting a even close to glossy look with it. It is not supposed to be glossy. It is supposed to be more of a matte finish. As my wonderful wife pointed out, I also wanted to explain the green boards on top only give that green effect because they are treated pine. The rest of the box is just untreated prime pine. That is why you have the golden yellowish look all around the sides of the box and all of the other framework, but the top slats are green. Again, that is because they're treated. That green detail, while it can have some pretty spots to it, a lot of people don't like the look to it, but they were the only 5/4 boards I could find at Home Depot, and they're going to be hidden with the mattress anyway. So the green effect was not a hindrance to me. Some people may like it. If that's what you want, by all means, go for treated wood. But also spend extra time sanding them smooth to get a more uniform finish. As you can see on the second slat, we have that big dark green spot. Me and my wife both love the uniqueness to it, but a lot of people call it ugly. They don't like those, as they say, blemishes. So look at the wood, treat it how you want. Every type of wood is going to come out with a different look with this oil. Be prepared for that ahead of time. If you're not familiar with woodworking, look at different samples and different stains of how wood comes out as a final product first. Every one of them is going to come out with a different looking finish. You want to be prepared for what you're getting into first. I tend to forget not a lot of people have spent time woodworking, so make sure and check out what you are expecting for a final product before you get into it, because it will change once you put this oil on it depending on what kind of wood you use. So again, this is day 4, and I'm hoping to get several coats on and actually finally have it finished today, so it can start its curing time. So hopefully we'll have a new update for y'all soon.
Okay, I'm talking on this one for once, so that's gonna be weird. He's doing the inside right now with the oil. I forgot to show y'all this part right here. I really like that golden color that's coming out. I got the front lid right here, and then when you look on the front right here, you got these gorgeous knots in the wood that just give this really cool tone look. I really wanted to show all this part too, and I forgot to do it earlier. How cool does that look, right? And that tung oil just brings all of that detail out. Really gives you a beautiful finish. Okay guys, see y'all next video.
Alright, here is a quick video of the installed bed box. Mind the sheet, we do not have proper fitted yet, but we're going to be getting some upholstery and making like couch cushions out of the mattress. You see up under here, the storage area works perfectly. We were able to put a lot of our stuff from the counters and everything in here. Fits perfectly right behind the driver's seat and all the way back to the kitchen. And as you can see, I'm going to pass my phone here to my lovely wife. I'm going to take this simple prop board, lay it down, lid closes, and for temporary, until we get the cushion that we want, the other mattress, we have a booth seat from my brother-in-law that is currently working perfectly as a couch and resting place. So thank y'all for keeping up, and I'll show you another video as it progresses.